Okay, here we are doing the timing belt on a Mitsubishi Triton ute with a 4056T engine. We've removed or taken off the rocker arm assembly that lifts all the valves up. Now we're lining up the timing marks for the balance belt. The balance belt actually snapped on this vehicle, so we're just aligning the timing again. This is an inline 4-cylinder diesel. We've just spotted the timing marks with some liquid paper.
What's wrong?
Yeah, it's not in right there. I'm just going to pause this. Alright, we've marked the tooth directly on the gear so that we can check make sure that we're not a tooth out when we put the belt on, the balance belt. Very easy to slip a tooth, especially if the tension's not right on the belt. Belt's loose, it's very easy when you're doing it up for the belt to slip out of position. So now that we've marked the actual tooth on that bottom sprocket, which is the crankshaft, it's actually easy to see. I'm just going to pause this video again, basically while we line the belt up with the white marks, 3 timing marks. Okay, here we go. The marks should all line up now. If we just rotate it back about 1 tooth, all the marks should line up. Let's have a look. Here's the left balance belt, looks good. We'll go over to the right balance belt down here. Oh, yeah, that's looking pretty good too. Yep, and crankshaft.
Spot on.
That's spot on. Right, that's spot on now. So we've got to do the tensioner, snap that belt tight. Here's what we do. Put that on the pivot bolt, loosen the pivot bolt, and the tensioner should with the spring should tighten the balance belt. Let's just test that. That's loose. That hasn't worked. So I think they say to rotate it like 2 teeth, like you rotate the engine, and rotate the engine 2 teeth, and it should snap tight. Alright, that is more that's got more tension on it. So I thought it would have been tighter than that. Important thing is those marks are definitely aligned at the moment. Come around, another view. Alright. Is that up? It just loosened the tensioner bolt, and the belt seems to be a bit too loose. That's definitely too loose. There's no tension there. Something's funny's going on. We're just going to have a play of this a bit more.
See what happens.
Just going to get this turned a little bit to line up the marks again. Turning the engine clockwise, and we'll just see that balance belt, those marks come back to alignment. Oh, we just went past, but Well, okay, let's see where those marks are. Come back maybe a little touch. Yep. So what we got, we should have, yeah, that marks good. That's the left balance shaft, crankshaft. See if I'm aligned up myself correctly. I've got to move across a bit more just to get in there. Yes, and yes, so with this right balance shaft, it is just above the white dot there. So that tooth looks right, looks good. That looks good, I think. Yep, that's aligned. We've got alignment. Okay, so that's the balance shaft aligned. So we'll have to do the
So now,
timing belt.
that's,
So if we rotate the top,
yeah, so that's got number 1 cylinder at top dead centre on the crankshaft.
on the crankshaft.
Crankshaft alignment says top dead centre.
So we now rotate the camshaft sprocket, which has got the cams. We put the white dot, we line it up to the timing mark, and that will be top dead centre. So we've backed off the rocker shaft assembly, so all the valves are currently up. So it's an interference engine, so this is quite important not to be hitting the right, so that's right. What we've got is we got that mark there, trying to get the angle right. That's got to go down just a little bit. There. Yeah, that's lined up. So I've got my, like that is how it should be. Take it from side on so that you can see it a bit better. There, that's a bit better view. That's lined up.
That's fair. That's gone too far.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it hasn't. You can see it from here. If you come from the side, that's fine.
That's fine.
It's the same.
No.
So it was all on that one tooth.
It's on the tooth, yes.
Well, it was on the tooth before. So don't we do the injector pump now?
No, because we can come back to that.
Okay, so how this is going to work is we're going to lift the rocker shaft assembly up to seat the 5 bolts. Now, the way this works, we're going to be working the exhaust valve here on number 4 cylinder. That's going to be compressed at the end of all this and open, and one of these valves here as well. But we need to lift the whole shaft up to seat the 5 bolts, and then you would normally do it from the center out. That's what we're going to do. I have to put the camera down for this. Pause the video now. Okay, so that did the trick, lifting up the whole rocker assembly slightly about 2 centimeters. Then we're able to seat these bolts, and now working to do them up basically from the center out gradually, so that the shaft goes down in virtually a parallel line to the head. Do it out from the center, starting from the center outwards, due to the properties of the spring properties of metal. These are done up very tightly, and what they'll do is the rocker arm assembly will ride with rollers on the camshaft lobes, so the camshaft lobes are lined up. Number 1 cylinder is over here, so that's your number 1 cylinder. exhaust valve, intake valve. And I'm going to have a look at where the lobes are for that one.